Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. So, we are still exploring this little apartment block that we've found ourselves in. Kim is still not with us, but that's alright. We can explore without Kim. We don't need his permission to do everything. That's a lot of money just sitting in that box. I like this place. The door number 9 is locked. Yeah, postcard. We'll have that. You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. Let's knock. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side. Sounded like a woman's shoes. Let's knock again. This time, the steps come closer. Who is this? Demands a female voice, wary and tense. This is the police. Open up. Do I have to open the door? You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge. Do you have a warrant? I'm not obliged to open the door if you don't have a warrant. It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason. I'm gonna knock again. And I'm just gonna leave. Right. Yeah, we'll have that. Why not? Apartment number 8. Their mailbox is overflowing. So not living there or dead. The graffito says, a firing squad for the rich. Hello.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom. Her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. Are you alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Don't you worry about me.
She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheeks. You're still worried. It's very worrying.
Now, what you want from me, policeman?
How do you know I'm a policeman just from looking at me? She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence. Oh, I guess we are wearing the policeman's jacket. Who are you? I'm no one, just an old woman who cleans these hallways. Do you live here? If you can call it living. She spits on the floor before wiping it off of a broom. I have a little room upstairs next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet, but I don't complain, no. She juts out her chin, eyes shining. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company, and that's all I need from this world. Alright, I'm looking for Martin Martinez. The cleaning lady smiles a gap-toothed smile when she hears you mention the name. Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here, don't you worry. What do you mean? I wasn't joking. Pea-brain, someone played a trick on you. Martin Martinez is just a name for anyone from Martinez, like Jim Jamrock or Raoul Revachol. Oops, you really didn't get the joke there. Wait, we failed it again? We still don't understand what's going on? How about a young man in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony? Know where he lives? Yes, I know who you mean. The scrawny boy is always smoking like the devil, right? She looks at the other end of the hallway. Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower. What's he in trouble for? No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives? Talk? The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath. He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of the doors there. She points east. He's usually home in the evenings. I have a few questions about those apartments. Ask away, policeman. Is one of the residents on vacation? Their mail box is overflowing. People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone. They probably just moved. Or died. Hopefully somewhere else. That's what I said. I must be quite logical. Who lives in apartment number 10? No one lives there. It's been empty for months. I talked to someone through the door. Impossible, the cleaning lady says, shaking her head. I would know if someone had moved in there. She pauses, eyeing the hallway. Maybe it's those counterculture people again, breaking into our house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you? Sure, I'll go see what I can find. Great. Young people, they're worse than rats, you know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans. Ugh. Who lives behind the padlocked door? Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar. Suddenly the old lady's face is beaming. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study. Astrology? Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall. You mean the star and antlers? I think that's the symbol of communism. The symbol of what's now? Communism, you know, like in the World Revolution? Never heard of it. The cleaning lady replies before another coughing spell takes hold of her. What can you tell me about Cindy? The artist. She scoffs. Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them still. She leaves an old lady to her business, more than I can say for others. That's all, thanks. She mumbles some kind of response and hacks something into her handkerchief. Thanks, I'm off. Alright, well, can I try this door again? This apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in here? Excuse me? Of course not. Scare them. Suspect them of some big crime. You have plenty of reason to enter. I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in. Oh, come on. There's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked. Hello. These shoes? They're mine. Indirect modes of taxation. Okay. Well, what happens if I wear those? What actually happens, though? So, wait, what do these give me? These give me 1 perception. So, instead of 1 perception, I'm getting... Doesn't tell me. I have no idea what that even would give me. And there's the postcard. That's fine. Looks like a fine mattress. Don't be ridiculous, you can hear it swarming with bugs. A blister pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take it. Okay. +3 morale? Nice! Fantastic. We have a bunch of morale recovery now. Let's have a chat with this lady. Oh no. That smile is, that's freaking me out. Satisfied, my name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with the Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see? She jingles a set of keys in her hand. Boy, there are a lot of different keys here, more than 20 at least. Her voice is really cheerful, despite her obviously hating you. Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too? She fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light, paper-clad passport. Let's inspect it. It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Special Administrative Region written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all of her personal details. Nice haircut. Thank you. She slips the passport back in her purse. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour. What are you doing here? She sighs and looks around. I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place. Reprehensible. Who lived here? It was some kind of moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent. She stops, hesitating. But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or was that it? I'm in a hurry. I glimpsed a foreclosed apartment down the hall. Oh, well, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3! We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen, but Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighbouring door There's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall, can you believe it? She spreads her hands. And then the tenant ran off with its stuff. He's gone, the money's gone, just like that. She snaps her fingers. The sum must have been puny. Oh, it irks her, the incompetence. My money has also disappeared, I think. Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it. It couldn't have been that much money. These apartments look pretty shabby. These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, a life spark, and they are affordable. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards. Alright, so what happened with the wall? Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both! She's shaking her head, manicured hands now crossed over her chest. Well, that's all, thank you. Of course, she replies with a smile, but her eyes remain glazed over. She's been waiting for you to leave. We can now go tell the cleaning lady that we did our task. We succeeded, cleaning lady.
Give me a moment.
The cleaning lady still seems to be having difficulties breathing. I didn't find any counterculture people in apartment 10. It was just real estate agents setting up the room for new tenants. I see. She takes out her handkerchief and wipes her nose. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. Well, I don't know. I'm sure everything will be fine. This apartment building needs slow change. Imperceptibly slow. Well, yes, well. She doesn't know what to say and coughs and repeats. I hope they're good people. Your statements are too vague to comment on. Yep. Cool. In here? Oh, this is the one with the hole in the wall. A note reads, foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. Oh yeah, well I thought it was in here. Book, 16 days in coldest April. We have a book! It's amazing. Waves crashing in the darkness. Someone has torn down the wall. In the fridge. Hey, health and money. What more could you want? An old grocery list on the table and checks. What happened here? You can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall. It'll still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here. Except the stuff in the fridge. Indeed. Okay. Can I open this now from this side? Nope. Okay. Well, that's fine. I might come back with Kim. Yeah. So now we can read. Let's read the book. The cover features a row of concrete buildings with a monochrome rainbow in the sky. It tells a rather excruciating story about two lovers during an ethnic uprising in Yugograd. The book has been filed under psychological realism. In your hand, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yakartina Dal. The cover image shows a row of concrete buildings, above which span a black and white rainbow. Feels heavy. Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead. They would do that in Grad. How long is this book anyway? You flip through the pages. The pages are thinner than you realize, and the type quite small and tightly set. It's nearly 600 pages long. Real art is dense and difficult. If it didn't feel like you had to wrestle a suicidal bear to get through it, you weren't really reading. Let's look at the back cover. The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author. What does she look like? She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph, and yet, from this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you. Let's start reading. In the cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugograd riots in the 20s. Youth overturn motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armoured guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. The Yugograd riots took place from TK to TK, fueled by ethnic unrest and the state's repressive tactics. These events are often seen as marking the end of a brief period of liberalization known as the Yugograd Spring. Like all such periods, it is frequently memorialized in art and literature. In excruciating detail, the author describes the socio-economic conditions that have brought the people of Yugograd into the streets, centuries of humiliations and despair, and then, during these riots, two young people meet. It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure? Yeah, sure, I'll read myself to 10. I'll read 10 more pages. It actually does physically hurt me, as in literally lowers my health to read any more. Their happiness is fleeting, a cruel jest. The absurdity of the state totally crushes them and they end up betraying each other. She becomes an official for the regime, and he, a lens grinder in the Dykra. The end. Good stuff, I fucking love this. My pain threshold, I had enough pain threshold that I was able to read it. I'll put the book away now. Do I have... Wait, that's it? That's all I can get out of the book is lowered health and morale? Wonderful. Well, I guess we've still got another hour to burn, so let's go see if I can find my smoker. I thought the book might take longer than that. Oh, right, we're up here now. Yeah, I'll have that. Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbour until it happened. I'll form a guess about what happened. Great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline, fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling, until it was destroyed, and then they had a direct firing line. Let's look at the ruins in the ocean. Those arches acted as a support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt. Who did this damage? A fleet. The combined armies of the Occidental with Mesk volunteers. A 5-nation army. Hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful, the ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored to the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. I realized I just said south-north, which of course makes no sense and isn't what was there. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 coal-lined arches. They will reach the city in 58 seconds, taking the ocean. The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better parts of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean. Time to go. Still got something in there. Oh, I think it's the bag. Okay. Hello, Cindy. I'm here now. What are you going to do about it?
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves, but here you are.
Yeah, we cops don't like closed doors or unreachable perches or people having the high ground on us.
Yeah, you got me now. The dynamic between us has completely changed.
She crosses her arms. That smell coming from her paint bucket, it's not paint, it's heavy fuel oil. Is that heavy fuel oil? What did you think I was using? Arca wells? This shit is pumped out of government vehicles. She did it herself, pumped it out. She's proud of it too. That's some pretty clever cultural commentary. You ain't seen nothing yet, piggy beau. Well, catch you later, Cindy. Another achievement, just in case we wanted one. Okay, what's up here? The lock is rusty, you can't get in. The chair's new. Someone lives back here. Okay. What's in here then? This Cindy's house or something else? Ooh. What is back here? 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the gate. The rats of the city. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Sydney? Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Oh, this could be where the cleaning lady sleeps. Some poor l'homme laborer genes. Electrochemistry goes up, reaction speed goes down. But, you know, that's still cool. Although these genes look worn, the wearer must have had an ass given to them by the mighty Lord himself. That beautiful peach-shaped man ass has imprinted itself so deep into the fabric you can't help but wonder if wearing them would start molding your own vague rear side into a more shapely form as well. Alright, sure. Hey, apparently they're the only trousers we wear that don't lower our savoir-faire. Well, I mean, that one doesn't, but... yeah, okay. So, that means we could go and do some more electrochemistry stuff if I wanted to go and do that. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway. Let's head back out here. And let's go find our smoker friend, who should be in the other balconies, I'd assume then. Which is where we looked originally. There were only 3 doors. I don't know why we couldn't have just knocked on them while we were there, but whatever. Oh, we could also go head down here. Where does this take us? This takes us to the other exit. The cleaning lady we spoke to ages ago. She was the person at this door. Have I just unlocked a shortcut? I just unlocked a shortcut. Yeah, because there was a cleaning lady at that door and she said, no, I'm not going to let you in. Okay. So this is all, yeah, it's all connected. Got it. Head through here. All the way back. So we want to head out to the balcony because we've already used the stairs. That's fine. Right. And let's see if we can find the smoker. Oh. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. And this is our door. In we go. This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives. Let's knock. No one answers. Looks like he isn't home. You should come back tomorrow evening after 9 o'clock. Oh, I should just come back after 9. Well, now what do I do? It's 8 o'clock. I could come back, like, you know, in an hour. Let's head down here. I mean, there's so many things I want to do with Kim. I don't want to do alone. Does it think it would be valuable to do them with Kim? We got anything else that we've unlocked now that's like just pointless checks? Novelty dice maker shivers. Probably not. We have a lot that we haven't. Physical instrument on the trash container. Well, there's no reason to do that, is there? Wait, unless it's a different trash container. It might be. The map wall we could try? Yeah. It says the trash container's around here somewhere. I hope it's not that one. So we've already dealt with the trash container there, haven't we? Maybe. Anyway. Map wall. Should be along here somewhere. I can't remember map wall at all, if I'm honest with you. Where is map wall? Unless that's up here. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's up with map wall. Okay. Was this trash container in here? Still don't know how we get up there, but, you know, it's fine. Open the lid again. No, so that's not trash container then. Okay. Yeah, not entirely sure what map wall is. It's not great where I'm just wandering around going, I don't know where that is. I don't know where this is. Let's see. Be nice if there was like a better way of checking, but it's probably so you remember what things are going on. Map wall must be inside that thing, so it's the same with warded door. Yeah. So these are both in here. So map wall must be the wall up the top, right? Maybe. So is map wall the one up here? Because that looks like map on a wall. Yeah. Martinez. Can I buy these maps? I already have them. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I already did that. Right. That's not what we're looking at in here. Warded door? Maybe some of these checks can never be redone because I've already passed them in another way. See, that was the warded door, but we've already passed it. Oh, unless map wall was further in here. It might have been. Oh, I didn't try this. Smells like leather and sweat. Ooh, pretty much no chance to pick that up. Like a 0%. I could drink, and that might help. So if I put that on instead, what's my current shirt got? Drama. Okay. Anything else got stuff going on here? No, that's a hat. No physical instrument from any of this stuff. Let's try. Let's see what I got. 8%. Okay. I'm going to drink something. That's never a good sign, but okay. Let's move that here. Take a drink. Right. Then put that back out. Let's have a drink. Let's see how it goes. 17%. Failure. Failure, that is. Oh, am I about to die? Wait, I have an extra health. I used to only have 2 health, and now I have 3 health. You managed to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. See, this place is cursed. Oh, drinking gave me that extra health, because it increased my physique to 3. Oh, yeah. Can I walk through here without the light on, or do I need the light on? Yeah, I need the light. Okay, fine. Or I can't walk into this area. Map hall was in here, I think. Yeah, it was like over this. Was it this wall? What am I looking at? Yeah, we've already done that. Yeah, it's fine. We've already done this. Thank you. Yeah. Or was it this one? Was this map wall? Nope. I might have to look that one up and see what I was meaning by that. We do have this thing as well. We know the password now. Let's try it. Press remove the production schedule. No, press print. Press play again. An old lady greets you. Good evening, Fortress Accident on Rue St. Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian, repeater station 1. Please repeat, what is this the production schedule? Let's try the password for the production schedule. Good, please repeat the password. Afterlife death. Good, I've unlocked the production schedule. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Is there anything else I can do for you today? No, that's it. Thank you and goodbye. Press print. For quiet determination, the printer starts printing. A piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. The black crisscross of letters covers its surface. Read the printout. It's a project report written by lead producer Andy Scott about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed by studio Fortress Accident. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule. Let's read about the workforce. Who worked there? How long? Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts, and a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Farholodon in the basement to escape his obligations. Why did Fortress Accident have so many concept artists? Yeah, why did a radio game need so many artists? It didn't. it didn't need so many concept artists? No, definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though, especially when dealing with writers, some of whom routinely skipped work because of the mental health issues and extremely unprofessional sleep schedules. One of them even managed to steal some valuable company property before skipping town for good. Okay, let's read about the capital. I want to know about money. In its short time of existence, Fortress Axton SCA managed to burn through truly insane amounts of money. The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 real. Then came the delays. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 real, with only half the game finished. Gosh, where did they get all this money? Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Iguanian investor. Alright, let's skim through the production schedule, whatever it is. The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy. Because of the concept artists? No, not the concept artists. It wasn't even the writers with their panic attacks and 3-hour lunches. It was impossible not to fail. The project was too large. No amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development team. They tried to make a 4 million real game with 400,000 in their bank account. They thought that they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination. They couldn't. I could have bridged the gap. No, you couldn't have. What do you mean? I totally could have. Definitely not. Both my volition and my conceptualization are saying, no, you couldn't have done that. Not a chance. Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared. That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads. The what? At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Zmesk-born Zulislav Zawiza, decided that Whirl Untethered needed... what Whirl Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would then be able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would be voiced on air by a professional actor. That was some insane shit. Who were these people? Actually, how many heads were there? So many. At last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined. Okay. So how many combinations could you make out of that? Do you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation here, but it may take a while. Yeah, how bad could it be? Oh, alright then. Keep going. Uh-huh. I'm good. I'm quite happy to sit here for this. Keep going. Wonder how long it'll go on for. Probably as long as the number is, I would imagine. Yeah. There's gotta be something for sitting through it all, right? What if you broke the radio computer? What if it's never going to stop? Just let the numbers wash over you. Oh, that's just a bunch of zeros. And that's it. Okay, so that's what did them in? Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss. This must be the anomaly Suna mentioned in the church log. On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end, where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into the eerie nothingness before their Guanigian investor pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred in the East Revacholian lintel front, just as Whirl Untether project was being computed that day. And the anomaly caused all the data to get lost in the air. When the project was returned, it was completely blank. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss. Wait, what? They lost the whole game and wouldn't even pay for it? Wait, wasn't there a copy of the game, a backup? Mysteriously enough, it seems that the on-site copy has happened to be... the off-site copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred. It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the off-site copy and, well, keep it off-site. An explanatory note from the lead programmer has been attached. What does it say? S. Lukanen killed the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The off-site copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months of crunch. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the Ice Bear refrigerator, near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there, the temperature conditions were optimal. Seems like a perfectly reasonable explanation. That's not what our colleagues thought. She's right, actually. Nothing wrong with keeping this type of filament memory in a fridge. Is there anything else from this lead programmer? The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later. Let's read them. 4 months later by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdresser's just left, cursing Martinez. They're right, though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez. All of it. Still, haven't gotten an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckon it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is St. Brun 1147. I'm going there to look this thing in the eye. St. Brun 1147. That's what the street sign next to the church said. Let's tear the printout off and throw it away. Tiles on the cube are still smouldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Veriscent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. Let's take the production schedule and insert the off-site copy. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play button starts blinking. Remove the off-site copy. I would love to, but I want to do it with Kim. So, see, that's the problem. A lot of these things I want to do with Kim. There's someone back here. Nope. Still looking for that map wall. At some point. Sure none of these in the map wall? Bet the drawings. Yeah. Step back. So it wasn't any of them. This might not be the map wall, but it kind of sounded like it should be the map wall. This whole thing resembles a Kedron mosaic tiles. Yes, we've already done that. What am I looking at? Radio frequencies for what? Yeah, we've already done this. That's fine, we've already done all of that. Okay, and then this takes us to the Ice Bear fridge. Right? But not to the map wall, which is what I want to find. No, so that lets us shout up there, which unlocks the other area. Is this the map wall? In here? Could be. Hole in the wall. What's this mean, a rifle here? Yeah, okay, that's fine. We've already done that, I'm sure. But we just did it with Kim, so got slightly different dialogue. Right. Leave up here? Only got half an hour left. Are we sure we can't just go to sleep? Alright. That's fine. Ooh, what we got here? All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. What am I doing? Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat. What do I see? Grey sky like the Great battleships, clouds colliding with one another, rain falls down on the world. How does it feel? Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your jacket grow heavy. The cold finds its way under your skin. You shiver. The city shivers with you. What is in the west? Streets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coasts of Martinez with its motor boats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet. Beyond the Bay of Revachol, ghosts rise into the sea. Who are you, ghosts? The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows. Will you ever go there? Will I? No. You're just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinez every day. What's down the shore? Urban coastline, rain dripping off the eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water. And beyond that, Coal City, end of all lines. I'm going to run my fingers through my dampened hair. Your hair is an oily mess, flicked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance. What's in the east? The great gates of the industrial harbour are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide. Let's try and stop shuddering. Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow. And before that, you, on the Martinez Plaza, a small dot looking up at the sky, droplets form on your eyelashes. And beyond that, La Drician, King Drizz's passenger harbour, cruise ships flanked by dock arms, cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary. What is across the distributary? Huron, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain. What is beyond the Huron? A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide. What's in the north? Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. And closer to here? A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. The lingering odour of decomposition mixes with that of damp soil. What's in the south? A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised. What's on the other side? The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in jamrock. Where the hood? Where the hood? Where the hood at? Have a brother in the cut. Where the wood at? Alright. I feel like it's a reference that's gone straight past me, but okay. Why am I not there? To be in Martinez, where no one goes. At the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution failed. What am I doing here? Standing in the rain, looking north, where Rock City stretches inland. Let's shudder and look further. In the rain-swept distance above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink. We leveled up from that, apparently. What's above? Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where the rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears. Motherfucker. These spring thaw will not last. The winter will return to Revachol. Alright then. I'm going to put the torch away. Yeah, let's bring that back out. That's alright. And then let's head over here. We could level up now. There's some things we could potentially level up, but I want to head in here and hand in our 2 bottles. Because we're here, and I'm looking for something to do. And handing in bottles is healthy. There we go. We're not really making an awful lot out of that, but we made enough to pay rent for 1 day, so... Or we pushed ourselves over for 1 day, so that's okay. Right. Are there any checks I want to pass? Let's do that first. I would quite like to pass... Oh, what's that one? Is that one that I decided not to take? The physical instrument with measure head. Yeah, I think it was. We have interfacing with that book. We could increase our interfacing more. It is already very high. Empathy is quite nice as well. Esprit de corps. We have 2 of those. Yeah, let's do that. Let's level that one. This is police stuff. Right? Yeah, we'll level that. Nice. Accept changes. Dude, we only have 1 level? No, we have 2 levels. You know what? Screw it. 2 levels. Oh, that's wrong. I shouldn't have done that. Ah, no. Oh, well, whatever. You shouldn't do 2 levels because that then means that you can't cheese it to get another try at the same check. Right, I'm already wearing a jacket that gives me esprit de corps, so I don't need to change. Anything else give me that? That one would also give me it, but I already have it. No, I think we're good. So we have +1 there, plus our 3 base. But we're actually at 6. Okay. Let's go try that. Oh, we also have that, which gives us nothing there. Do we have any other tools that might be useful? Not really. I could hold the alcohol. I mean, it wouldn't really do anything, but it would make me feel better. Right. Let's try this. Let's see if we can figure out who the people in here are. That might be helpful. You.
Again, I can't believe this shit.
92%. There's something strange about this guy. Figure it out. You know what it is. It's just like the 2 of you know each other. Just ask him. Tell me the truth. Do you know me from somewhere? Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere. Another life. From where? From another life? Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... He pauses. To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality? The 57th? Good job. That was very close. He speaks now with the tone of a mother trying to help her kid take the first steps. Maybe try again. Oh no, it's the 41st, isn't it? I think the 57th was Kim's. 41st? Okay. The man sounds genuinely excited. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're getting somewhere. He gives you a long, meaningful look and adds, somewhere good. And let's talk more about that hypothetical Station 41 you mentioned. Oh, the hypothetical 41. Yeah, let's fantasize about that. He blinks aggressively. I'm not busy, you're busy. Let's just play around. What would our relationship be in this alternate universe? Let's be crazy. Let's say that you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment? You seem like a cool guy. I'd love to have you as my partner. Would you now? Or would I be cramping your style? The man bites his lip, then waves his hand. Never mind, partner. Well, actually, I shouldn't have called you my partner. Kim was my partner, and he's gonna know. Perfect, great. I don't give a shit. He shakes his head. Now leave us alone and do your thing. And I don't mean get drunk and piss yourself, right? You realize that, don't you? Do you have a crime to solve? Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work. This isn't helping, she says, shaking her head and looking at the man with sunglasses disapprovingly. Who else are in... That's not a sentence. Who else is in our imaginary police station? You're not going to believe this, but... The man pauses for dramatic effect. Police officers. Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys and... Get this. And not getting their drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lung. Who is the far-out son of Lung? Oh, it's you eccentric genius. He winks at you sarcastically. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you. Want to tell me more about him or her? Not even a little bit. Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that. I can't imagine it anymore. Neither can I, partner. Neither can I. His grey eyes suddenly flash above the glass frames. They feel sad. It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A gram of compassion in that sadness. Now will you answer some questions for me? No, he says calmly, then keeps staring at you. Why not? Because it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging? Maybe if you don't want to hear questions, maybe you could want to hear me say things. Actually, I don't want to hear you say things. Come on, Gene. Okay, say things. He adopts a lighter tone. I want to hear you say things. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head. Okay, I'm doing this investigation. A man is hanged. So, do you know who hanged him? Not yet. Yeah, I can see that. Hey, why am I even telling you this? I don't know. Why are you? He gives you an odd look. Oh my god, there's more. He looks at you in disbelief. You want something more. What is it? Let's talk about the hanged man again. Okay, why not? Let's do the whole thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time. Alright, well. That's fine. We're done. Alright, see ya. Okay, the man with the sunglasses in this hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right? I know, super weird. There's something we're missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? I'll just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at, but still. I was thinking the same thing. I should just ask him if we're from the same station. Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though. Hey, what's up?
Again, I can't believe this shit.
Look, I just have to ask. Are we from the same police station?
I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What do you say?
Okay.
Okay.
Gene, he says, okay, give it a rest. Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, control agent, animal control agent, something of that kind, not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you. Are we from the same police station? I'm going to try the other option. Yeah, probably not. I don't remember you from anywhere.
God fucking shit.
He pinches the root of his nose. None of this is great news for him. Well, that's fine then. We'll just leave him be. Can I try this door again? I was seeing whether it moved time on. I only have 7 minutes. Then we can get Kim back. Nope. Hello. You got anything I was missing?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
I'd like to hear more about cryptids.
Of course, dear. Is there a particular cryptid you'd be interested in learning about?
What's the biggest cryptid?
That would be the Giant of Coconur,
She says as if it's common knowledge.
The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Coconur Desert in South Samara, casting a strange light over the barren wastes.
Wait, how big is it?
No one knows for sure. It's like an awful mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision.
Is it dangerous?
The towering luminosity of Coconur is a bad omen in local folklore. Some say it's a fata morgana, others a fate unimaginable. That's what makes it so peculiar, a species surviving at the very limits of scientific law. The giant of Coconur must be the largest animal the planet can support. There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say the gravity anomaly below Coconur Desert might allow the creatures to grow to these gargantuan sizes.
Great, this is great shit. You need more. Gravity anomaly? Digging it. Digging this para-scientific stuff right here. What's the tiniest cryptid?
The Cryobacter catlenus,
she answers immediately. Cryobacter catlenus?
Yes, the unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the most northern points of Katla on the Boreal Plateau by renowned geologist Caitlin Maigiano some 70 years ago.
What's so special about it?
Well, the bacterial colony Maigiano found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably estimate, certainly from before recorded history. Maigiano disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study, no doubt in hopes of prolonging her own life.
Wait, she injected herself with it?
Yes, the bacteria had survived in ice since times immemorial. Not hard to see where she could have gotten the idea.
Wait, so there's an immortal geologist wandering the world?
Yes, and she's quite mad too. After she treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became increasingly eccentric and irascible, so that even her oldest friends were forced to pull away. We can assume that she has been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone except for the Cryobacter catlenus coursing through her bloodstream.
What's the most dangerous cryptid?
The gnome of Jeroma.
She pauses for effect. That doesn't sound too bad. Health critical? Oh no.
Oh, it is. None of the victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue.
What's this cryptid look like?
It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and protruding forehead, an ungainly little thing quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it.
She looks at you, her voice grave suddenly.
It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
Are there any photos of it?
Alas, no. The first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking it would detoxify the gnome's venom. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science, he says, mostly to herself.
Alas, always alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient? Seems very convenient that it just disappeared and nothing like it was seen again.
She nods. I understand your skepticism, but that's what happens with things that are rare and stand out. Their disappearances are most memorable and they were least likely to be found again.
Man, I just can't get enough of these cryptids.
I'm glad you like them, but I'm not really the one to tell you about all of them. You should ask my husband if you get the chance. He's the real expert. Well, I'll have to leave now, ma'am. It's a huge moment. It's 9 o'clock. It's time for bed. It's fantastic. Right. Well, it's been a long day. We've done an awful lot. Let's open the door and go to bed. Time for sleep. It's not easy, but your bones are so tired from what it feels like weeks of work on the case, you have to try. After what feels like hours, you feel like you might be sleeping.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street. Recorded in you forever on ferrotape.
Spinning, spinning. Tell me, am I dreaming?
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash, the bang, the endless learning experience.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars. Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the potted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The rain, the snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images. You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent, picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes. Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right, I'm an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man? Solving your little crossword puzzles, doing your tasks, crossing names off your lists, trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Is she dead? Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Gonna feel the pillow under my cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world one conversation at a time. Let's open our eyes. Well, we're still alive. That's good. And with that, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.